3rd and 17 right here. This is the play that Riley Moss gives up the big catch to Devonta Smith down below here. Let's take a look here. The Eagles, obviously on 3rd and long situation. Broncos come out in a 2-high shell. As you see, the 2 safeties up top. You have nickel personnel, which means 5 DBs. You got 1 corner on the outside, Pat Surtain on the other outside, J-Mac in the slot, and then obviously your 2 safeties. Dime personnel, 5 DBs, 2 linebackers, 2 down linemen, 2 outside linebackers here. But watch pre-snap here. Okay, they're going to get motion to trips to the right side, gun left. So now basically what the Broncos are communicating here, you only have a single receiver to the left side here defensively, which means that Riley now has to play this as man coverage. And you have a safety over the top here in Brandon Jones. And now with Saquon cheated out this way, now you have Justin Sternad. He's lined up man-to-man alignment against Barkley and Singleton. If Barkley's coming out this way, is also going to play him as man alignment. But right now, until that happens, he can actually help out inside right here of the tight end, who's just going to run a little bit of a sit route here. You're going to get number 2 right here. He's just going to run a deep over, and then A.J. Brown's going to extend vertically and just go over the top right here. And then obviously we know the go route. But basically it's an inside release here from Smith. And on film, when you watch the Eagles, they love to run these concepts where, hey, okay, single side receiver, they'll want a deep in-breaking route here. So the way that Riley plays this, and look, Riley right here, I think the mistake, he comes up right at the snap here to try to play man alignment. Now, look at where he's at in terms of technique. He's outside of the receiver because he knows he has a safety right here inside. So how he's playing this is he's playing aggressive here at the point of attack because on film, the Eagles do run a lot of these deep in-breaking routes. So he could play this outside with inside help, but instead of running the bend, he actually goes vertical. And then this is where Devonta Smith, the long speed gets Riley. You know, Riley's playing aggressive right here. He gets got. You know, I think a lot of people are just sour on Riley anytime there's a big play. Look, and he's giving up some plays, 100%. That's the life of a cornerback playing opposite of this guy at the top of your screen. Riley plays aggressive, and you need that. I'd rather a guy play aggressive than passive, but, you know, a wise man once said you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them here. I think if he would have just stayed maybe right here instead of and just backpedaled, right, knowing that he has help inside, maybe that would have worked, right? So you get man coverage right here, but you get zone to the other side of the field, right? Pat Surtain is going to be playing underneath kind of this cover 2 where he's just sinking underneath because Hufanga's climbing over the top here to play the vertical route. McMillian's kind of playing this hook right here, and then Alex Singleton's kind of playing this anything inside, but he's got to also keep an eye. If Barkley comes out, then he's got to play that guy as man. So you're going to get the route here, the climb over, which Brandon Jones is accounting for backside, and then you've got the inside release here, and then it just turns into the go route. Once again, Riley does a great job right there, thinking he's going to go in, he's going to have an in-breaking route because of where he's at, but now he extends vertical, and now D. Smith has got some good separation to him. Very, very good wide receiver here. Just makes a great play, catches the Broncos being over-aggressive. Let's watch it once again. So as you can tell, and look, we're talking about cornerback alignment. Most of the time in man-to-man coverage, you're either going to be head up or inside, but because you have a safety on the inside, you're expecting, or Riley's expecting, he's just going to funnel an in-breaking route here to Brandon Jones, but that's not the case, right? Watch D. Smith. He kind of sells the indication right here as if he could plant and go, but then he stays vertical and gets to the outside, you know, and catches Riley just being aggressive, a little handsy there. I'm not down on Riley the way that so many people in Broncos country are. He's got the toughest job in football right now playing opposite of the reigning defending NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Riley's going to give up a play, but he's going to make a couple for you as well. Nik Bonitto is going to get the sack right here on 3rd and 15, and the Broncos defense, once again, this was kind of what jump-started their momentum here, but I want you to take a look here at the coverage pre-snap here, okay? Obviously, you have a bunch tray formation over here, 3 guys to the defensive left side, gun right, single receiver. Pat Surtain is going to be playing cover 3 to this side, where he's playing this deep there, deeper than the deepest man. Jahdae Barron is lined up right here. Obviously, as the Broncos are in dime personnel, they have 6 defensive backs on the field. He's going to drop here to play this curl to flat area, right? So he's playing that underneath level 2. Riley Moss is playing kind of cover 2. He's going to play underneath right here because Brandon Jones is actually going to backpedal, and he's going to climb over the top here to the hash where he's going to be playing kind of that quarters. And then you've got Talanoa Hufanga coming down here to play anything that's crossing inside, right? But the kicker here, Alex Singleton's actually going to climb to middle third depth here and then settle. So essentially you get cover 3 to this side of the field here, and then you get cover 2 really to this side with the underneath right here, safety over the top, and then obviously J-Mac is going to play inside this hook to curl area here while Singleton gets that middle depth. Hufanga plays kind of a robber. Anything coming inside, he may key and pick up here. Very, very interesting. But your route concepts, what you're going to get here, you're going to get kind of an over, and he's going to sit. You've got number 2 right here who's also doing the same exact thing. He's just climbing behind the defense right here. And then you've got the vertical release outside and then just settle inside there. So your coverage is going to kind of align with this, where really this is a cover 3 beater, where this guy right here, number 2, very risky gamble here by the Broncos. Essentially, he's the guy that would essentially be the cover 3 beater because he's all the way on the opposite side of the field. Vertical release, inside sit here while Pat Surtain's playing there. Hufanga playing down right here. Brandon Jones playing over the top here. With Singleton getting this middle depth here, I mean, that's hard for him to be able to catch this guy. So the Broncos, thankfully, Nik Bonitto right here gets home because he's going to attack initially here. You're going to see a stunt where Zach Allen's crashing inside. You got JFM, he's attacking here, and then Nik Bonitto is just crashing inside where he gets the path to Jalen Hurts. So Cody, stop talking. Let's see the damn sack already. Bonitto fights through it. Man, once again, let's bring it back here coverage-wise. We know Bonitto gets home, but I want you guys just to key the coverage here at the top. We'll worry about the sack from the end zone angle. We'll watch that here in a second. Let's just look at the coverage. See how Singleton, he's all the way down here. He kind of settles, though, for some reason, and obviously this guy is going to keep going. So if Hurts had more time, this might have been a big play. I know Pat Surtain is right here deeper than the deepest guy. You see the sit here, Barron playing underneath, Hufanga right here. You know, this guy's going to break in route right here. I think J-Mac would just climb underneath that, right? It's just tough because then Riley could come up and play here on the tight end, who's just really the check down option from this standpoint. So Singleton throttles as if he's going to help against this guy right here, number 2. And now this guy, essentially, if Hurts had time, might have had time to break free. Though I think Pat maybe could have seen this and probably would have climbed to catch while Jones gets over, and then maybe Singleton makes a play right here, but you got the underneath here. The Broncos want them to throw it right here or to right here, right? So Barron can come up and tackle. Hufanga can have the in-breaking outlet, or if they throw it to this guy right here, okay, well now you got a guy here, and you got a guy who can attack outside as well. So the sticks are right here. You want to force them to throw this check down. Denver's pressure gets home, sack. Nik Bonitto leads the NFL this year, 7. He's on a historic pace. Von Miller had 18.5 in 2012. But now let's take a look at the fun part. This is where we get to watch the pass rush here. You're going to get the in crash from JFM, Zach Allen as well when they stunt. You're going to get outside here, and then Nik Bonitto. This is just a good play, violent play by the Broncos, sending 4 on this play. Now watch. Bonitto's creating that congestion in because now he's got help wrapping up here to the outside while Zach Allen is trying to get here, and then obviously Cooper's staying wider than the widest guy, so Hurts can't escape and run. This is just well executed by Denver's defense. And now guess what? You got Nik Bonitto right here. Bang! Oklahoma on Oklahoma crime. Nik Bonitto, sack, fantastic play for a guy who's in the conversation right now for NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Fourth quarter, clock is ticking, 33 seconds and change, 3rd and 7. Jahdae Barron right here inside the dime. He is going to make a big play here against Dallas Goedert. Let's take a look at the route concepts by the Eagles here, and then we'll talk about the Broncos' defensive alignment, what they're playing here. But basically, Barron is going to play this as match against Goedert here in the slot because of the technique that he's in right here, right? He's outside leverage. Goedert is going to extend vertically past a certain threshold into his zone, so he's just going to match him because he's going to break inward because you also have one receiving threat here. Now, if they had trips to this side, he might actually stay out here, and they may bring the safety or inside linebacker to help out here, but that's not the case. So what's going to happen is from a coverage standpoint, right, Pat Surtain's playing this deep third. He can also play it underneath if he wants to because Talanoa Hufanga is going to be cheating over the top between the hash and the numbers. And then Brandon Jones is just staying over the top right here to help out on this side. Obviously, against the go route here, Riley Moss will play this underneath. He plays, Jahdae plays a catch technique right here where he allows Goedert to obviously eat his cushion, but he jams him, and then he gets in phase here to make this play. Watch this. Just great job allowing just equal physicality within 5 yards. Now he's climbing, brings the ball side hand forward, knocks it away. Incomplete. We'll look at it from the other angle, but I want to show you the pass rush, the pass blocking here. Now what the Philadelphia Eagles are going to do, you're going to get a one-on-one right here. Jonathan Cooper against the offensive tackle. Zach Allen is going to have to fight a double team inside from obviously the center and the guard. They're going to work to try to double team him, which leaves Nik Bonitto in a one-on-one here against the offensive tackle. JFM in a one-on-one against the interior guard. I want you guys to watch real quick Nik Bonitto. Watch this spin move right here that knocks Mailata off his place. Look at this. Spin, pivots, boom. Watch it. Very fantastic. But now, all right, there's that move. Now we're going to shift our eyes down here. I know I'm everywhere right now, Broncos country. Bear with me. But Jahdae, his hand is exactly where it should be on this outside hip, which allows his left hand, which is his ball side hand, allows him to climb and to get in a phase into the hip pocket of Goedert. And then he's just going to bring it forward, knock it away, incomplete. Let's watch it again. Just fantastic play right there in the Broncos dime personnel here for Jahdae Barron. He's got a pretty damn good role for himself right now. Vance Joseph is a sick genius. I mean, damn, this is a beautiful freaking play call here defensively. I'm telling you. Okay, so here we got a trips formation here. Okay, the Broncos, they're mugged up. I'll explain that here in a minute once we get to the end zone angle. But they got, well, I'm kind of explaining it now. They got two players walked up in the A-gap, Alex Singleton and Jahdae Barron here. It's the Broncos, they're mugged in the A-gap. They're showing an all-out pressure here because realistically it's looking like a cover zero here because you got alignment right here, alignment right here, alignment here. You're showing man alignment right here, and you got all these guys walked up as if they're going to be blitzing. But here's the sick part about this, and this is what I love. This is creative genius here. Okay, the Broncos are going to send four, okay? They're going to send Jaquan McMillian on a nickel blitz, Jonathan Cooper on a rush, Talanoa Hufanga on a safety blitz, Zach Allen on an interior crash, and then they're going to drop Nik Bonitto to the curl to flat. They're going to drop, obviously, Jahdae Barron playing kind of a middle hook to curl here, Alex Singleton playing a middle hook, Jonah Ellis dropping to the curl to flat, Pat Surtain playing deep third here, Brandon Jones playing the middle of the field here. This is cover 3, and then Riley Moss is playing this is man match, and J-Mac, obviously right here, gets home. So I'm going to play it for you, and then we'll go through a slow motion replay. But this is sick behavior. I love it. It's diabolical. Vance Joseph deserves a game ball. Let's watch it again, okay? J-Mac, Cooper, watch these guys. But also watch everybody else drop back into coverage. This is just fantastic here. Everyone's staying deeper than the deepest man. Riley's playing him as match. Surtain is just playing, keeping in front, deeper than the deepest man here. Underneath, curl to flat. You have a safety climbing over the top. This guy's trying to run his route, and if they throw it here, guess what? This is the first down marker. You throw it right here. You're going to get a rally tackle, pursuit tackle. This is the key here, but your pressure gets home. J-Mac sacks Jalen Hurts here for the play. Oh, beautiful play. Let's watch it once again. Slow motion this time. Just beautiful execution here. You've got 3 guys blocking Zach Allen here, which allows J-Mac backside to come free. Bang. Sack. Now let's take a look at it from the end zone angle. This is really where you're going to see the beauty amongst the chaos here. Okay, now I mentioned a mug look, right? Mug means that you got a bunch of defenders in one gap kind of standing up showing a blitz, right? This is a chaotic, aggressive look to try to throw off the quarterback's read on the defense. Now, most of the time in third and long situations in today's NFL, everyone's going to show this look where they're going to send out pressure, but at the snap, everyone's going to drop back into coverage. Okay, I mean, they probably assume that's going to happen here. They expect some pressure, but I think they don't expect Bonitto to climb out here. I don't think that they expect Jonah Ellis to climb out here. I think they expect him to come, maybe him to drop back, or a combination of the two. I mean, you could essentially, if you wanted to, you could drop Jonathan Cooper back, but you're showing this mug look here out of your dime personnel, which is just, this is so damn beautiful. I love this play. This might be my favorite play of the season so far. But you're showing this look here pre-snap, and you're just hoping, because it's third down and you got a manageable situation here, you get Jalen Hurts to read the wrong way, and he's looking, right? Everyone's dropping back. Now he senses pressure. Talanoa Hufanga comes screaming, but look, you got 1, three guys blocking Zach Allen. That's why this man got paid. He is the most dangerous threat in the eyes of offensive coordinators. So now you get your running back in a one-on-one against Hufanga, who plays like a bat out of hell. Cooper right here, and no one expects J-Mac. Like, no one's there to communicate or pick up backside. He gets skinny, dives, sacks. Big-time play here from the Broncos defense. This was diabolical. Let's watch it again. God. This was disgusting work by Vance Joseph, man. Get that man a Coach of the Year award.